the first time you drop them. I had some beef with Dominic, but that's not his real dad. The way that we trained for it. Nobody touch me. Let me hold on to these bars. I'm going to knock someone out. Okay, so we're going to watch 5 dads versus 1 fake. Let's see if we can figure out who is the fake dad. As a mum, single parent, I should be able to guess. I feel like there's signs of being a parent. Eye bags, foggy brain, got a lot going on half the time. Just exhaustion.
I'm a dad.
I'm a dad.
I am a dad.
I'm a dad.
I'm a mum.
I'm a dad.
I'm a dad.
I'm a dad.
He looked too cheerful to be a parent. Like, every parent is happy to be a parent and they love their children, but he was just too cheerful. Let's see.
First thing I want to do is look at the bags under everybody's eyes. To be here. Okay, all right, that's pretty good. Maybe we're just all tired.
Are these everybody's only kids, or do people have more?
Only.
We have more kids.
I have a lot. So this is one of 6.
This is
I have
my only
6.
guess.
The guy with the plaid shirt and his son, I'm questioning them because the son was like, this is my only dad. So that makes me question that the son's trying to overcompensate, but that's not his real dad.
Total.
Oh, second oldest?
No, he's the second oldest.
Second oldest. How old did you say you were again?
I'm 33.
33.
The 2 older are from my husband's first marriage.
Okay.
So we have also a 14-year-old.
Okay.
For me, I was like 6 kids. That's a lot to be a step parent. So I think that was one of the things that I wasn't too sure about. You know, someone wanting to be a stepdad for 6 kids.
This guy's like, I wouldn't want to be a stepdad for 6 kids. Like, no way. It's a lot of mouths to feed.
Stepdad. That's nice, man.
Yeah.
He's not the stepdad, he's the dad that stepped up.
That's true. I've got one other. I've got a son. He was just born. He's a month old. Dante, and then her.
I have 2. This is my oldest, and then my daughter. She's 7 years old. So those are the only 2 that I have right now. I do want at least 3 more. You know, I want to have 5. Just keep...
3 more? That's insane. I would like to have like another 1, maybe 2. 3 kids seems like a lot though, so probably just 1 more.
You know, I want to have 5.
Just keep going.
We're all going to have big families here. Yeah, let's go for it.
I'm a single dad, so I have to find how to have them.
Okay.
I got one more. Same thing. He's 7, and he's the last one. 2 is enough.
3 months.
Did he just say that Nikki, he was the last one? That looked like a girl. Or was he referring to like the child at home that wasn't there? I'm confused.
And I feel like I'm done too.
I want a football team, basically.
That's right.
I'm curious, like, what's the most shocking thing, or maybe most difficult thing about fatherhood? Because that's something that we can all relate to.
I think for me is I didn't feel like a dad. It was more like a school project. Like, oh, I just gotta make sure it's all right. He survives the day.
First, I thought it was him because like he was kind of tossing the kid around. I was like, oh Jesus, it's got to be like an uncle type figure.
The part that's probably comes the hardest is the growing up part. It seems kind of cheesy, but really, like, every day she does something new. There was one weekend that we had a nice little weekend, me and my wife, and she was with my parents. And she came back that weekend knowing a few more words, and I was upset that I missed that. Like, just those little moments that you miss. Like, I don't ever want you to take her again. No. I don't want her learning anything else at your house.
I reckon he's definitely a dad. He gives dad vibes. Like, he's definitely a dad. What's his name? Dominic. He's a dad for sure.
You miss him. It's okay. What's wrong?
I think the hardest thing for me was learning how not fragile like kids are, because like you always hear about like all the fun stuff that you get to do with kids and play with them and stuff, but nobody ever talks about how when you hurt them, how it's gonna affect you. Like the first time you drop them, you're playing.
The fact that he just said the first time you drop them. Like, all I'm picturing is a baby dropping or falling and hitting their head. That's something.
A little too rough, but you're tough, right? Yeah. Right?
That kid is like, I hate this guy. This can't be my dad. Maybe he's not the real dad. Maybe he's the fake one because he's dropping kids, clearly.
I'm always so concerned about this little girl. I'm like, dude, like everybody, I'm always making sure they're washing their hands, like making sure they're like, oh, you didn't pet any dogs, did you? Oh, I can't.
I was having second thoughts on Elijah too, only because he was younger than him.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Elijah's also suspicious.
I think Elijah's a bit suspicious. He's too quiet, but he could just be a quiet person. But Elijah, I'm not sure about him.
I think I'm gonna have to piggyback off that too. Like,
And I'm not sure about Nathan either.
the not just emotional toll, but like the physical toll. Like, you're not just physically there for your child, like you're emotionally there for them all the time. They become a mini, like, this is my mini me, essentially, right? Like everything, my values and everything becomes him, right?
It looked like they were like uncle, nephew, because they were like playing around a lot. And
Oh, also, that Nathan and Aiden were wearing matching necklaces. Everything is both harder and easier than I expected it to be. So it's like a lot of like the mechanics of like, I have 3 under 3. So like putting them into the car is like so difficult. But then everyone's like, oh, how are you like doing bedtimes and stuff? And it's like,
Who are they going to vote for? Kevin.
He was just carrying the baby, kind of like sitting down instead of just putting it to the side.
I voted for Nathan because I just didn't get that dad energy from him, from somebody who would have had their kids so young and gone through all the things that dads do go through for the first time.
What? I'm surprised Kevin got... What? Kevin, he's definitely dad vibe.
surprised because I thought it was gonna be Elijah, but they all voted for us because Austin's son voted for us.
For those of you who were at the birth of your child, or for those of you who were there for part of the pregnancy, what was that experience like for you?
For her, because first kid, you take all those classes and things. We did like hypnosis classes to help mom get through it, and then when the day happened, none of it happened the way that we trained for it.
The way that we trained for it. It really doesn't go how you planned. I tried to jump ship while giving birth. I was like, peace, I'm out. You figure it out. Obviously, I pushed out my child, but at one point I was like, nah, I'm done. You have to do it. I can't do it. Shit's hard.
It didn't happen that way, and I was getting yelled at, and she was screaming. I was just trying to be nice and quiet and just whatever you need. And she was like, I need you to go away. I'm like, okay.
Anybody faint?
No.
I relate to that because I was like, nobody touch me. Let me hold on to these bars. I'm going to knock someone out.
No fainting.
I got close. I didn't realize it till they were focused on her. I'm so focused on her, and every doctor in the room is looking at me, and I'm like, hey, like game time. And they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. And then I sat down and realized like, oh no, I'm not.
You have to play it off for her.
Yeah, because if I'm going, like, it's her time to shine.
Yeah.
I got to sit back and be the supportive dad. And,
So I wasn't there for pregnancies because I was step parent and foster, but I will say when I was in the process of like dating a guy with kids, I Google searched like gay stepdad, like looking for books.
Oh,
Do not.
Yeah.
What was he implying just then? Did he? I don't think I want to know. I don't think I want to know at all what he ended up finding on the internet. Probably something not appropriate at all.
Do that?
earmuffs, baby, earmuffs.
I was frontline. Shout out my girlfriend. She was pushing, and it didn't seem like she was. So all the doctors are like, good push, good push. And I was like,
yeah,
really?
that's the thing. Is like everybody always talks about the yelling noise. Like you see it in the movies, but the reality is when they're pushing, it's more like,
Yeah.
like a clench.
I was like, are you doing anything? Good job, oh, baby.
During the pregnancy stage, so I was 19, so I was a sophomore in college, and that was probably the most difficult part because I was in a fraternity too, and they were all going out and everybody was doing their thing, and I was so left out.
Is that your dad?
Yes, that's my dad. His name is Nathan. I kind of had some beef with Dominic because he was.
I had some beef with Dominic. Look, I kind of question if he's the real dad as well, so he might have beef with me, Aiden.
all asking me questions like, are you sure he's your dad? I was like, yes, I'm sure he's my dad.
You know your dad's name. That's a good
he's
start.
27 years old.
His relationship with Aiden seems more of one of two brothers. You can just kind of see in the way they interact, the way they look at each other.
Tell him, why do we even come here? You don't even know why fully.
Yeah, you need to pay taxes and stuff.
What's your earliest memory of your dad? Earliest thing you remember?
I remember like him trying to make me laugh, but that wouldn't really work with me.
Oh, she's so sweet. She's so quiet and soft. Oh, I like her.
Oh, I'm funny.
Something was off about him. He just wasn't really communicating with his daughter.
Give us your best dad joke.
Oh man, yeah, I'm not funny.
That was pretty funny.
Well, you know when a joke becomes a dad joke, right? When it becomes apparent.
Okay, that was a good one. All right.
How about you? What's your favorite memory? Yeah.
So I was with my mom a lot, that basically the whole entire week. I was able to see my new baby sister, and I finally saw her. I was excited. Let me spend most of the time with you guys. Yeah.
It was like the body language. I saw a kid pat Nathan on the back, and I was like, oh, no, we didn't like that.
Just seemed to me like Aiden answered like that was really his dad. So that made me question my whole thing. And then at the last minute when we go up to vote, I'm like, I don't think it's Nathan anymore. So that's why I wrote down Nikki.
Yeah, I'm not surprised Nathan got voted.
If everyone feels confident that you already caught the mole, you can end the game now. But if the majority has doubt, the game will continue. Please raise your hand if you want to continue playing the game.
Oh, continue playing?
That's 2 out of 5. Please raise your hand if you
Oh,
want to continue. Okay, so we will not continue the game. If the lights turn green, you have voted the mole out and you win. If the lights turn red, the liar's still in the square and you lost. 3, 2, 1.
yes! Oh, they got him out. So it must be Nathan. It's got to be Nathan.
Let's go.
We did it. Let's go.
On the count of 3, if the mole can step forward and reveal himself along with his partner in crime. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I knew it. Knew it. It was so obvious. Oh, I did question Austin for a little bit, but he was pretty obvious.
Well done.
Good job, guys.
I messed up.
They tried way too hard. They just, no, they were too cheerful.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna let me down from the beginning.
I love that kid. You let me down.
I was trying so hard, but I knew like the 27-year-old, he's just gonna let me down.
Thank you. Thank you. We practiced for way longer than we want to admit, so we had a lot of fun.
How are you guys related? Are you related?
Or, yeah.
Yeah, we're brothers.
Oh,
brothers.
okay, got
You put him in the hot seat, but he whispered your hot seat.
You almost got me at taxes, though.
I had my intuition from the beginning, and guess dad brain's a thing. Yeah.
I felt very happy.
No, it was exciting. Held it together good.
I would hope that people
Yeah, I think we all saw that one coming. I definitely think we saw that one coming. Did you pick who was the fake dad? Let me know. All right. Remember, like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.